It's then, Grimith. It's then. I know it's been a difficult wait.
Run, Paul Giff. It's happening.
Okay. I feel like I'm supposed to be spending my labor, but I
You know,
don't have that much
if
gold, and
something
I just want to
horrific
march.
happens, that's what you save the game for, right? You'd be like, and then
Yeah.
in that alternate universe, we predicted a horrible defeat for our clan.
Oh, that. Well, here's the alternate universe. Is where I hit next turn instead of march. So let's back up.
In an alternate universe, I
In an
didn't
alternate
actually
universe,
spend any of my labor.
in an alternate universe, the USU just decided to spend a month doing literally nothing.
And he decided that was a poor decision, apparently, judging by the rewinding of time.
So that's what we actually want to do. You might not be able to gather enough shoulders. Yeah, I'm not planning to attack Hojo. Plan to attack here. He's basically telling us not to do it. I'd like to organize. So Kagator himself has a unit. I've got little units coming out of different places. These guys are going to take a while to get there. But how many troops have they got? 1,300. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I can do this, but I'm a little surprised that... Well, I might be asking for trouble with these guys, because if they march out, and this city might become a very tempting target to the Takeda. But I suppose we'll see. Achieving our goal won't be terribly difficult. Okay, well, just a minute ago you said you might not be able to gather enough troops, but okay.
We move.
And if the
Follow me.
Takeda suddenly decide to march out on us, I guess we need to rethink our strategy. In the meantime, we do have more domestic-y stuff to do. World don't stop turning just because of this. I'll get a no theater going. I'm just going to follow the same pattern for each of those districts so that I don't stop and spend 15 minutes thinking about the decision each time. This will definitely be a cargoman because there's just so many things it's touching. And cargomans improve the surrounding districts. Somebody is showering. I'm going to guess it's Bean based on Bobo's state when I showed up here.
What are you talking about? He was great.
No, I mean, he's always very entertaining, but his face, it was apparent that he needed a little bit of sleep. Nothing wrong with it.
No, he was. It was rough for him in the morning, especially considering how he has eschewed sugar in lieu of magical peanuts that will totally empower you with energy.
Well, I mean, I'm dealing with you fresh as a daisy. I can't imagine what that poor kid was struggling with.
Yes.
I mean, considering I'll
Fresh
ask you
as a daisy.
fresh as a daisy. Well, I'll ask you for with this game like thoughts, and you'll have thoughts, and you're like, but I haven't played it in a while. But with Aerobiz, like if Bobo did something, made a stupid sleepy mistake in Aerobiz,
No.
here comes the pain train.
He didn't make. He understands Aerobiz Supersonic better than I do, so we just had fun, like a lot of joking around, tangential stuff, talking
Right.
about experiences in life.
Like, you know, Sting and how easy it is to betray him. How often it seems to happen.
There was one amazingly awesome error that he made back when the others were around Zerful, Old, and Lethal, but I will not share that. Bobo will have to admit to that himself if he admits to it at all, even though it is on local recording and it has been on a broadcast.
You want to like go watching through hours of Aerobiz looking for the moment where he accidentally bought Russian-manufactured planes.
No, it was before Aerobiz. It was before Scribble Nuts. Even it was during our Jackbox stuff. Yes, the greatest error I have ever heard. Copy editor, proofreader, awesome understanding and commanding of linguistics, man, made.
So Lethal is on. Who's still lucid on this call? Catch-ups. Shoot to maim, no one. Master Reaper, just JG. Well, we got people being dicks, but so far, no one has claimed that you are lucid.
Well,
I'm the most rested of the two of them. Well, yeah, I am definitely more rested than Grimith. That doesn't mean I'm more lucid.
I have been awake since 1-ish p.m. yesterday, and have been talking since that time because I had a role-playing game then, which is why rip my throat.
Here's last month's balance. Here's my report.
Rumor has it that Katsunoga Irobe has been meeting with another clan. Oh, fuck. It's harvest season. My training's paid off. Okay, so Katsunoga Irobe.
This
all,
is
we
what
gotta
you've been
decide if we
waiting
give a
for,
shit.
betrayal, right? Wink, wink.
I don't think this is plot betrayal. I think this is just regular old betrayal.
It's totally part of the plot. I'll write it in. Zhou told me of this, and he said, when the grass leaves are bent just right, and the wind blows high over the 3 moons.
Betray Genji.
Yes.
So his name was Katsunaga Irobe, and he often objects to orders, appears to be discontent. So he's got decent stats, which is why somebody actually thinks it's worth their time fucking with his loyalty.
Is he a progressive officer? I can't see right now.
He is. You can't see me. He is conservative. No, he is conservative. He just has like a personality, like his dream appears to be different from.
No, I know who we need then.
Wang Zhang, why have you forsaken us?
We need to delve back in time to the 3 Kingdoms era and recruit the Dream Master, Wang Zhang.
The thing is, his loyalty is actually over the required level. It's just somebody's meeting. So I'm not going to worry about this too much. And if that turns out to have been a mistake, then so be it. That's not what I meant to do. I'm just going to stick with development and stop dropping loots on the major infrastructure stuff right now. Really need to have good conscription going because I'm about to be fighting everyone in the world. He is correct. I'm like the little advisor voice up there is correct. I needed to not. Hold on 1 second. I need to change this. Oh no, he's the only one he's the only one who's left in town. Okay, gotcha. That's probably one of the cities that people marched out of, although they have a lot of troops left over for that to be the case. Labor is used up. Let's get back to the wars. So they're taking their time about reacting, but here you're going to see now, folks, this is a fortified area of the enemies. So if we zoom in, that might make a difference to how the battle goes.
We march.
Now, I'm playing as Kenshin Uesugi, so he should... Well, it doesn't seem to make much of a... I don't know, is there fortification here? I don't know, but it shouldn't... This should not be a difficult battle. I don't know who the enemy officer is. Oh, it's Vulture Bobo. Interesting. So we are actually doing battle with Vulture Bobo. Like I said, we're fighting as Kenshin Uesugi, who's not known as Kenshin Uesugi yet, but was known as the God of War. So he's kind of a badass motherfucker. I do not think we will be able to confuse Bobo's unit in melee. So he's using Bond Breaker. Causes enemies to attack each other. We need to cure confusion. Hopefully this will work. Apparently Bond Breaker is not confusion, so that didn't work. And we are losing troops way faster than Bobo is. So Bobo is actually kicking the God of War's ass right now.
I shall handle this.
And once that wears off, now we're back up to where we ought to be. Going there in melee. And, okay, so that tactic by Bobo hurt us pretty bad, but it was like, it is worn off, and we are now stomping him. And let battle be joined by our ally, who will not even arrive in time to probably make a difference. Bobo is now leading a desperation charge with his already broken unit. You still there, Grimith? I may have lost Grimith. think I've still got the stream. Grimith may have stepped away. Anybody in the stream want to let me know? We're marching into the Forbidden Zone. Bobo Mania's running wild. Okay, so apparently the stream is still going because people are commenting on Bobo Mania. But yeah, Bobo came back. Bobo stepped out. He did what he could. He knocked 1,000 troops off the unit total of the God of War, but he was not going to be able to stop this. So now what I'm interested in is finding if Vulture Bean has marched out into battle, because she's not a war officer, but just by having generally good stats, she might get pulled out. And there is Vulture Bean. So we may be doing battle with both of the Vultures. Not Bobo the Vultures, both of the Vultures. But it does not appear that we will be hearing from Grimith, because he seems to have somewhere, somehow, that stopped working. And I'm not seeing anything on my end that went wrong, so I think we just lost Grimith, and maybe that will get resolved. It's I'm using Bobo's computer, so I'm not totally familiar with everything. War pause basically because I'm trying to get Grimith a chance to get back. Kind of a weird time for Grimith to drop off, as things are getting more interesting here now that we're actually at war with Bobo the Vulture.
Everyone, follow me.
Nagamoto Jin Nobu, I will slay you myself. So now we're jumping into another battle. This one, oh, it's still not quite outside of the castle. Oh, I guess I already won this. There probably wasn't a whole lot of point in zooming in. There you are. So what I lost you there for a minute.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm getting distracted by things happening in the house.
Oh no, that's cool. Not to apologize. Just wanted to make sure I hadn't dropped Skype somehow and not registered.
Nope.
Oh, he's got like ninja teleport powers, this guy. So I don't know if you heard or not, we actually engaged in battle with Bobo the Vulture, and Vulture Bean is now marching out to fight us.
No, I had not heard at all. Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah.
I lose.
Bobo put up a decent fight. I mean, he lost, but he put up a decent fight against Kenshin, and knocked down Kenshin's troop count a respectable amount before being defeated. And now Kenshin actually got to think about withdrawing. This is not going well for him because he got hit with a tactic. That's what Bobo did. He used the bond breaker tactic, had my own troops attacking each other. Once it wore off, I was fine, but it's not good when it's actually happening.
How could he use the bond breaker on you?
I know. I mean, we're not even sworn brothers. We're just like brothers. I guess that's why I was able to break the bond. If we were sworn brothers, he would never be allowed to do that. So they're using all their tactics. I'm kind of holding them in reserve, thinking I'll get a bigger battle eventually.
Damn, retreat.
Grin is back, Summerbee. I can't believe that I, Nagamoto, would be caught. It seems I'd sold Nagao clan too short.
For now, I will have to cut my being around here short. I do have something to take care of here in the house. I do plan on puttering back here after my role-playing game, though there's no telling whether you guys will still be alive after then, or whether I'll still be alive after then.
Well, I mean, in theory, we could any of us could go at any time. No tomorrows are promised, but hey, I'm hoping to see you and hear from you again, before this is all said and done. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you, Grimith. Thanks for coming by.
Sure, I would have liked to have had more energy, but you caught me at a rough time.
Well, that's okay. I mean, if I was really looking to, fill you with excitement and adrenaline, probably could have taken a few fewer domestic turns.
I probably could have stuck around for longer yesterday.
Oh, that's cool. This will hopefully be up on the YouTubes if you're interested. Not in watching what you already saw, but there is a good chance that before this video's out, folks, we'll be doing Battle with the Vulture Bean.
Finally, all of the build-up, all of the actually giving some payoff. It's like JG is so schooled with wrestling shit.
I'll tell you what. I will ask you for help with one more What do we want to do with Nagamoto Jinbo? We can execute him, we can release him.
Look,
I don't, because I'm a little nervous because I feel like probably historically this was a decision that he made. I don't want to break the history again. I can probably just capture him and
just release him. I mean, he doesn't look like
Yeah.
anything major enough. It looks like someone you could easily capture again.
he's pretty mediocre. We'll let him go. We're all about justice, right? That was kind of our gimmick. Here comes Vulture Bean. Oh my God! You sure you gotta leave, Vulture Bean? Speed to the rescue!
Anyway, yeah, Lethal. I know I sound pretty rough. It's pretty much been 21 hours of me consistently talking. From my tabletop game yesterday to this, and I gotta go talk some more.
Yeah. Good luck, man. Take it easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna munch a few peanuts. So, that was Grimith, folks. Please give generously. Tip your servers. The link to the Grimith tier fund is up there. We are in part doing this stream to try to kind of raise people's attention, get them to help Grimith out. He's got a lot of expenses related to sort of the end of life care, and you know, we know the situation. I don't want to go into it here, but on a brighter note, things are getting pretty interesting because now the God of War is about to engage in battle with Vulture Bean. As I continue to chew.
We move.
So, it behooves me to use tactics and win this one quickly because Kenshin's personal unit is getting, or Kagetora as he's known at this point, is getting pretty exhausted. He's been in a lot of combat. He had to deal with the powerful Vulture Bobo already.
Everyone, follow me.
He's a guy he's good leading lots of troops. As a matter of fact, you know what I really want to do is probably have him pull back and give this other unit a chance to get engaged in the battle, because he has tactics which will improve multiple units. But I don't really want him to turn his back like that.
Everyone, follow me.
But if I can, I've got the numerical advantage. Part of me was like, finish off Bean before this unit gets involved. They're pretty tiny. These guys are moving
Follow my lead.
painfully slow. I guess I'll just go ahead. Hey Bean, your unit is in battle right now. Sometimes confusing enemies in melee. Greatly raises on unit. I guess I'll just go with greatly raises on
Rampage
unit attack.
formation. I shall handle this.
And I love Cheese Cheetos. She says, all your dollars will go to repairing Grimm's larynx. In reality, that's true. You'll be making up for the damage we did. Oh, and she's using a tactic that's going to fuck us up. She managed to successfully... Ooh, I think Vulture Bean is about to defeat us here. I hope it doesn't take too long to recover from this. This isn't going well at all. Pure confusion, right? Yeah.
These tactics for decades.
I don't know what half of these tactics mean, but I seem to be attacking my own troops and not able to control my actions, which is not good.
Everyone, follow me. Engage.
This guy is not very effective. He is getting his butt kicked. Hopefully, we can at least outlast Bean. And then we can take on this guy. I don't know if it's going to outlast her or not. Pretty close. I don't think he is.
Pull back.
Yeah, he's gone. It's because of that tower unit. I should have tried to figure out a way to take it out. But
Pull back.
now Bean has been forced to withdraw, and we just got to finish off this guy.
Everyone, follow me.
But boy, we are losing a lot of troops in this action. Not sure at what point I actually started inflicting damage, because I wasn't doing any damage there for a while. Ah, charge him.
Rampage
Why not?
formation. Attack. We're pulling
There we
back.
go, we barely won. Yeah, I mean, he's right in front of their castle. Let's keep this up and hit their gates. We're not doing much damage, but we're doing some. So you, my friend, need to go home.
Back to the castle.
And let these guys take care of sacking the castle, since you took care of all the armies.
Understood.
I thought I had one more unit marching. Yeah, so that was pretty close. I mean, I had, if I'd lost that fight, I still would have won the war, because of I've exhausted their troops completely, and there's still 2 more of my units coming, and then a third that's further behind. But it was nice to actually have our leader
Orders,
succeed. This is not Romance of Three Kingdoms, this is Nobunaga's Ambition. And we're in monthly council.
So, here's last month's balance.
With our total income of whatever it is. We actually made money.
Here's my report.
Excuse me, sorry. So for people who are just kind of joining, the idea was that I started playing a game as the God of War, as he was known, Kenshin Uesugi. At this point, he is still known as Kagetora Nagao, because he's going to change his name after seizing control of the Uesugi clan, I guess. So these are my territories here with the sort of golden flower-shaped icon and the purple background. We've had a couple of plot events, including a plot event where we are obligated to take this city that I'm currently surrounding, as well as a Hojo city, and that's the real problem. We're picking a fight with the Hojo because Kagetora's sense of justice demands it based on something the Hojo did. He thinks that they're picking on the weak and he needs to defend them. Problem is, not only are Hojo one of the most powerful clans, they also have a 3-way alliance going with the Imagawa, who are another really powerful clan, and the Takeda, who are a really powerful clan who's right on our doorstep. So taking this city is all well and good, but then going and taking a city from the Hojo is going to be kind of dangerous. But let's go in and do some domestic stuff on this turn to keep growing our forces. We do have towns that are ready to increase their facilities, including this, which is going to become a stable. We have roads that we need to build because I need to get a better path going into the Hojo territories. This will get tricky after a while. I'm also just trying to build roads to increase the cities. Truth be told, Unamused Priest Guy is still the true MVP of this campaign. Can't beat his ninja plot diplomacy. It was pretty sweet. That'll improve that city. These will improve some transport stuff. This city, I think, is going to have to like walk all the way around here, though. It's kind of annoying. But I keep spending a lot of gold on these improvements, so. Trying not to like let all of my gold get spent every single turn, but it's kind of happening anyway. Trying to keep pretty high troop counts because I'm going to have a big-ass war to fight shortly. And it's a bit distracting now to have Grimith gone because I've gotten used to him being here. It's very sad. Not to mention the fact that I still don't have the game sound because we switched it so I could hear the Skype call. I guess I can... The Skype call ended. I don't know how I switched this thing over though, so... I will probably have to wait till Bobo gets up. Bean is up and puttering around in the kitchen. Bobo, not sure when we will be seeing him. Meantime, Toyama is pretty much set to fall. I don't think it can be saved, not without the intervention of another force. And I don't see anybody sticking there. We've done enough diplomacy on Nobunaga Clan to form a 6-month alliance. Want to continue diplomacy? Yes, go ahead. That's actually pretty good news, though, because we're going to need to get an alliance going with them in order to march through their territory while fighting the Hojo, without bringing them out to attack us. These guys are already our ally for the next 14 months, but we might be able to request them to send forces to help us attack the Hojo. But we also want to give our cities time to restore their troop counts since we just got done with the war. We will have a good war. You doing like breakfast or brunch or you mentioned? Okay. Checking in with Bean. We now have completely surrounded Toyama. Definitely have game audio. No, you guys do. I'm sorry. Yeah, Lethal, the drums are not in your head. You are not the master. The drums are not in your head. It's just that I gave up game sounds in order to be able to chat with Grimith, and now I suppose I could turn the volume up on the TV, but Bobo's trying to sleep. But yeah, he switched the headsets up, so I was hearing Grimith's Skype call instead of the game sound, and I don't know how to change it, and I don't want to go monkeying around with it. So even after giving my life, I could not bind this land together. Ashikaga clan's leader, Yoshihari Ashikaga, has died. And somebody else took over. The vultures feasted well today, sadly, on our team. Well, if I didn't have this quest to complete, where I have to finish, where I have to attack the Hojo, I would probably finish off this force and then hire the vultures, because I never managed to get them on my force in the LP.
Let us begin the meeting. Here's my report. So, here's last month's balance. Here's my report.
Youth is the time to do something that he was talking about. Kind of lost track. Is there anybody who... No, nobody's pissed off enough that I really, really need to bribe them. Haven't messed with the tribes in a while. I'm marching too far away from my own city to really have the local tribes help me out. I guess I should be working on these guys, because they're like halfway thinking about becoming independent, and I'm like, no, you don't get to do that. And I really do need the tribes that are, 6%. Yeah, I need to probably be working on this every turn. In the meantime, though, keep working on the troop counts. And keep going on the siege. Get the tribes above 60% and they help you out. Yeah, that's correct. Sorry, what was this text? Why didn't I get an event like something like I die now? No. The only people who get an event when they die are people who are like clan leaders. You were not a clan leader. Essentially, you're not important enough to get an event like that.
Together,
Toyama
we can
Castle is
win
now
this.
mine. Heh, easier than I thought. So, good job, Shu Shirakawa, who is a created character, as I recall. So, we captured Toyama Castle. That's half of the quest objectives done. Part of me wants to try to finish off these two castles, but mostly because that's the only way that we'll get Vulture Bean and Vulture Bobo. They are sitting at two different castles, so we're not going to be able to get them both in one. Vulture Bean is actually the lady of one of these castles. But it is the shittier of the two castles that they have left, so. Provision, they've got plenty of provisions. I mean, I could go for it. Actually, no, this castle is better. It's got 3,500 hit points. I wouldn't be able to take it, probably. Part of me wants to attack this. I think I will. Take this while I'm... Well, no, I better get out of here. Start focusing on the Hojo. I can go after,
Back to base. Back home, boys. We're returning.
I can go after the Vulture Clan later. Okay, I didn't know if you were joking or not. I need to get some officers in here to actually run the place, and then I will be able to repair the walls, because otherwise it's kind of defenseless against the cities that tried to defend it, might try to take it back. But no, the real issue now is going to be that we still have to deal with attacking the Hojo in order to achieve the historical quest. If we didn't care about the historical quest, I would not be messing with the Hojo at this point. I'm going to be building up my strength, fighting weaker forces. Hey, stables can be changed. Not enough diplomacy, and I want to plan to form a one-year alliance. Might I continue diplomacy? Yeah, you might as well. And the Uchi clan took somebody out. The Uchi-Kuchi clan.
Let us begin the meeting. So, here's last month's balance.
We
Here's
made
my
more
report.
gold than we spent. We managed to appease all the tribes that we tried to appease, so that's good. I was a little worried that the one closest to Takeda they might be trying to appease on the same turn. So I kind of feel like we need to keep working on these guys. This clan doesn't support us at all. They mostly want to be independent. This clan does support us, oddly, but we can't appease them because we don't have anybody close enough. Good morning, Kazuhiro Samadesu. Hi. I really wish there was some way that we could broker the support of these ninjas, but it does not look like it's a thing that's going to happen. Okay, I'm not that worried about the interior clans. They do want us to survey this base. The guy who just took it over, they want him to do it. I think that's a good idea. And I need to get some guys over there to actually run the show. Oh, I didn't mean for that guy to go. I wasn't really realizing it was him. Wow. Yatoro Kojima has, like, no political ability whatsoever. Alright. So, this stable can now become a ranch. Makes district more suitable for conscripts. Horses become even cheaper, and I can build a riding ground in this castle. I really don't feel like we should have the Lord of the Force doing, like, building that, though. can build our cargoman at long, long last. We've waited so long for that cargoman to become available to us. We've been doing no theaters and stuff with most of my... Here, the Overseer, but we'll have you work on that anyway, and we just won't do a development this turn. And we'll get going some stables. And we're out of, like, money, essentially, so let's call turn. Hey, Lunette Moon. Grimith was here until fairly recently, and he had some other business to attend to. Bean has woken up, but she is not jumping into the stream. I just kind of playing some Nobunaga's Ambition until Bobo arouses himself, and probably I might play while he eats, and he might come on so that I can eat. But we're playing as the soon-to-be known as the Uesugi. Unfortunately, the historical quest has me going to pick a fight with the Hojo, which I'm a little nervous about. All I got to do is take the city. I don't think I have to be able to hold it. So we'll see.
Your orders, please. So, here's last month's balance.
A lot of money spent
Here's my
last
report.
round. We got hidden paths and horses, and a rodent or two in our lands. And I hit the wrong thing to try to hire them. Kagachika Chisaka is a conservative officer, which is kind of what our force needs. The territory we just took is ready to grow, which is probably good. Yeah, this Lunette Moon, I've actually done a full LP through this game if you're interested in checking them out. This is just kind of playing this for the stream. But yeah, there is an actual LP of this on my channel. Iron Triangle is a very fun game. I played that. I didn't want to LP it because I ended up playing it on an emulator. I never ended up getting a copy. So I probably shouldn't fess up to the fact that I've played it. But yeah, I didn't really want to LP it since I don't own a legit copy. No theater. What's your favorite kind of Japanese theater? No theater. And again, it's all this infrastructure stuff is pretty expensive. So we do not have a whole ton of quick and ready cash. And speaking of things that cost cash, I do want to keep working on trying to get support out of the Zenkoji tribe in case the Takeda come calling. But that really leaves us short of money, so. It's January of 1551. We have until September of 1556 to capture Hirai Castle from the Hojo. We will fail if the daimyo of Nagao clan is not Kagetora Nagao, if Shina clan falls, or the Shina clan is not a vassal of the Nagao clan. So who is the Shina clan? They are the ones who we're protecting, right? I think that must be these guys. That's Nagano clan. So there's a whole historical plot that I'm barely following, but the reason we got drawn into this is because we have allies who are kind of weaker powers, and they were attacked, and now we're attacking the people who attacked them. So the Shina clan here cannot fall, and now they shouldn't really be able to fall because you'd have to go through us to get to them. But that's the reason we attacked this city, is because this clan, which I think of as Vulture Clan, because Vulture Bobo and Vulture Bean both ended up there, are attacking our little weakling allies. 50% off on Steam, so that's a thing you got. For you, go for it. Yeah, no, definitely it's a fun game. Oh, Iron Triangle? I guess. I feel bad when I play RTK 10. That is one of the only games I've emulated but not owned. Yeah, it's actually hard to get a legit copy of R2K10 now. I still have a PS2 copy I got a long time ago, but I think if you went trying to find them, they're kind of pricey. So my armies are returning to whence they came. Oh, this one, yeah. No, if you have any interest in this game, I would suggest checking it out. It's one of the more fun strategy games I've played in a long time. You can get really deep into the nuances of running your cities, or you can let the computer run them automatically, and they'll generally do a decent job. Like by the time you control like a third of Japan, there's way too much going on in your individual cities for you to micro it yourself. You'd never, every turn would take you like hours. Yeah, so I guess it's time to call it a turn here. So the Nagao clan and the Numata clan. I was looking at the quest to see what the failure conditions were. Oh, Kazugiyama clan. Okay, I can't let them lose that castle they've got. Is that it? No? I'm very confused. Oh, I can't lose my main castle. Well, that was never going to probably happen as part of this. Okay. So there's no actual conditions with the Hojo other than I got to get this castle. Yep. Lunette Moon, that's pretty much how you got to do it. That's how I've usually done it in these. Once you've gotten fairly big, you just run the front line and let the computer run the rest of your city. You've done enough. Form a 2-year alliance. Keep going. Why not? The Shina clan are the guys up here. This is what I was explaining a second ago, although I don't know how clear I was with it. There's this little clan up here. I think the Jinbo clan must have been like threatening them because we came out and attacked and took a Jinbo clan city. But the Shina clan, it was on the front line with the Jinbo before we attacked the Jinbo. I don't like the idea of picking a fight with the Hojo, but at the same time, if we stop the Hojo from expanding north, that's all to the good. Honestly, they should be expanding east and taking these cities here, because this is some very fertile territory that they got. Moriyama clan was eliminated by Chosokabe clan, so the Chosokabe are probably well on their way to unifying Shikoku, which is pretty much it. Yeah. That's the thing that's going to happen. Looks like they got a lot of work left to do, but this is the clan that's going to end up running this island. And the Shimazu have already stomped over the little clan that JG Mystery worked for and have hired him as an officer. So it takes them a while, but they will usually eventually get most of Kyushu. And somewhere up here, Vulture is probably hanging out. And his clan is, they're not very good cities, but they've got a little bit of a power base going. Anyway, let's get the timer going again. I gotta turn off the diplomacy, it's distracting. They have friendly, hostile written all over the map.
So,
Getting the council started. We actually made a little more than we spent.
Here's my report.
Appeasing tribes worked well. We got a guy who's meeting with another clan. We got Ronins. So let's hire some Ronin. And let's check on... nobody's in the red, so I'm not that worried about it yet. Vulture hanging out in the frozen north, just like real life. Pretty much. That was an interesting thing that happened. Okay, so every turn I'm trying to work on... okay, we can't actually try to get the support of these guys now. Because this clan has no influence whatsoever, it seems like. But no, the clan I've been working on is these guys. I want them to be on our side and not the Takedas, in case the Takeda come knocking. Got decent amount of food. We have a city that can expand, and it's this. Wow, the city we took over is actually seems like it's humming right along. They have horses, which makes for good military districts. So I think I want to start grabbing those horses as fast as possible. I think it's military districts that you need to take advantage of horses. Not 100% sure. Hey Novia, Zerfall, Lunette Moon, and Hi Old Dragon. Good morning. You said good morning to me. I did not notice it. I had Grimith kind of keeping an eye on the chat for me. It's a little bit more of a challenge now that he has had to go off and take care of some other business. Old Dragon, your character is in fact in this game that I'm playing, although he has not shown up. The big surprise was that thanks to a quest that forced me to attack a specific castle, we have done battle with and defeated both members of Vulture Clan. Vulture Bean and Vulture Bobo both crossed swords with Kenshin Uesugi, the god of war. And actually both put up surprisingly good fights, better than I was expecting considering the unit sizes involved. So it does need to be military districts, so I'm going to expand. Your character's around, I'm dead, Grimith is chilling. Well, Grimith is working for the Hojo and he's a domestic officer. A-Thing's character is dead, A-Thing himself not dead as far as I know, unless he's a ghost in the chat. I wasn't able to recruit the vultures because I'm on a historical quest. I had 2 cities I have to take specifically in a certain time limit. So they were defeated and retreated to other cities held by the same force, the Jinbo clan. And I don't want to press and finish off the Jinbo clan. I want to make sure that I complete the historical quest. But unless the vultures defect, I lost the chance to hire the Vulture Clan as the Oda because the clan I'm currently playing as swallowed them up. So eventually, if I play this game through to its conclusion instead of just until the stream, in this portion of the stream winds down, I would end up, I would end up eventually getting the members of Vulture Clan. Anyway, I was going to expand a city, building a new district, and I'm going to build a military district where there are horsies. Oh, that smells really good. Is that the bacon? And from there, don't have enough gold left to do anything. Spending too much gold. Gano clan's trust has reached 70.
Let us begin the meeting. So, here's last month's balance. Here's my report.
Teasing worked fairly well. We have a little bit of money again. I don't want to sell food because we're getting ready to need to attack. My other machine decided to rebort on me. I'm sorry that your machine decided to rebort on you, All Dragon. I know that's trying circumstance. To be on the safe side, we probably do want to turn the city. I don't know if they are likely to attack. But it just seems like something that would be smart to do. And road improvement. Oh man, you know, this is going to be a really good city when I can take the time and the money to build it up. But road improvement. If I improve roads, I really need to improve roads to, you know, make me better able to attack the Hojo. This would allow troops to move along this path to get to the Hojo. Because we got like a winding, nasty little mountain path we have to go through to make this fight happen. And I can't even afford all this road repair that I wanted to do. Well, I can, but it takes all my money. But I'm doing it. And probably regretting it. But we're out of money again. But But we got the best damn roads going. No, my son is also named Reboard. Yeah, the Japanese bullet trains would really make it easier for Kenshin to attack. I picked up the Field Master trait, so this too is the guidance of Bishamonten.
Your orders,
Let's
please.
get the council
So,
started.
Here's last month's balance. Here's my
Training's
report.
paid off and I've grown. I don't know, Nightkiller. I'm not 100% sure where the Emperor is. The Shogun is at Nijo Palace. And the Shogun is, in this game, similar to the Emperor in that he's like a political figure who doesn't have a lot of direct power. And taking over Nijo Palace means that you kind of control the shogunate. But there is an actual emperor of Japan. I believe he would also be in the same city, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, in modern Japan, of course, I believe the emperor does live in Tokyo, which in this game would be known as Edo, which is here. So this is where the current emperor is hanging out. But the emperor in this game, I think he's in Nijo Palace. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to try really hard to avoid big capital outlays this turn. And just concentrate on development. I really need to think about crafts. But you need to think about conscripts, because you've got like no conscription going. This place needs to think about crops so that I can get conscription going. God, those trains would be so much more crowded. They had horses and armor and shit. I think you were right. Kyoto prior to the Meiji. Yeah, it could be in Kyoto. Isn't Nijo Palace in Kyoto? I don't remember geographically where in Japan Kyoto is. So yeah, trying to crank out as many crafts as I can. It's like Kraftwerk. I've got a couple of years left to do this. I'm pretty nervous about it, though. Those are not the most populous cities the Hojo have. But the Hojo don't usually like to, let it go. If you attack one of their cities, they're going to march out from everywhere to stop you. Yoshiteru Ashikaga. Some Ashikaga just died. I don't remember if it was Yoshitara or his dad. Emperor's installed on the Eternal Throne, forever guarding the Imperium from the forces of chaos. Well, that's true. Of course. Why are these guys hostile to us? Yeah, whatever. So we can get an alliance going with these guys, although that might break the plot. I'll have tea. Thank you. Bean is offering me tea. I'm going to have to, at some point here, consider if Bean wants to play something as part of the stream and give this game a little rest.
So, here's last month's balance.
But I think
Here's
there's
my
food
report.
to be taken care of first. I am going to go ahead and save it and call it a video here. And I think I'm going to also run to the little boys' room and have a little chat with Beans. So I feel bad because it's like a 24-hour plus stream, but I think I might be stepping away for just a couple of minutes. I don't know if that's something. Bobo probably had to step away for a minute or two after Bean went to bed last night. There's nobody on a Skype call to keep things going, so I'm going to step away, folks, and I will be back very shortly. Why is Bean in the little boy's room? Oh, Bean is not in the little boy's room. It would not be a little boy's room if Bean was in there. Anyway, I'll be back in